Well, hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a good day. Uh, just thought I would do a little live stream today. Haven't done one in a while. Uh, Feeling pretty good. How are you all feeling today? I went to the chiropractor. That's something new that I've been doing. I know some people you know, don't don't believe in going to the chiropractor, but something that I've been doing. It helps me with I have a lot of back pain issues, and so it's good to go in and get loosened up. But other than that, I hope you guys are having a good week. Excuse me. When you don't do live streams in a while, you forget how to talk. Uh, Thank all you guys that are stopping in to watch the live stream, and also those of you that are catching this on the replay. I appreciate it, and just thought I would do a little channel update, and then also we're going to do a little kind of a virtual walkthrough, if you will, of a cruise port. And but anyway, in case you guys have noticed, there's been a change to the name of the channel. It used to be Cruise Bait Adventures. Now it's VentureCast. And you might be wondering, well, why'd you change the name? What's up with that? Well, I just felt like the mission or the future of the channel is going to be more travel related, not so much cruise centric. Although I'm not stopping going on cruises at all. I mean, that's never going to be something that I'm going to not do. But I want to start incorporating some land trips later this year. I've already purchased my ticket to go to Thailand, so going to be spending about almost a month there this summer, actually in August. And I am going to be doing some cruises. As always, I'll be bringing my vlogs, ship tours, room tours, doing excursions, that kind of thing. Cruise news, cruise advice, that kind of thing. So none of that's going to go away. That's all going to be still there. But anyway, what I have coming up, actually this weekend, I will be flying out on Sunday morning to LA, and I'll be getting on the Carnival Miracle. That is going to be a 14-day cruise to Alaska, and we're hitting a number of ports. We're hitting Sitka, Juneau, Skagway, Ketchikan, Icy Strait Point, and then on the way back, we're going to stop in, I believe it's Prince Rupert, Canada, which never been to. I've been to Icy Strait Point. I've been to Juneau. And of course, we're going to swing up by the glaciers and do all of that. So, needless to say, I'm pretty excited. This will be the longest cruise that I will have done. I've only done a 7-day. That's the longest. So this is a 14-day. It's also a Carnival Journeys cruise, and so I'm kind of excited about that. That's one of 2 Carnival Journeys cruises I've got this year. I've got this one. And then later at the end of October, I'm doing another one on the Carnival Dream. And it's going to be a 14-day Eastern Caribbean cruise. And for you, it's going to be out of Galveston. And so for those of you that sail out of Galveston, that typically you don't get to go to any Eastern Caribbean ports. So that's why I was kind of excited to jump on that. But regardless, doing 2 Carnival Journeys cruises this year, and hopefully at the end of on the Dream, on the one later this year, I'll be hitting platinum. So I'll be hitting platinum on Carnival, and I'll be hitting diamond on Royal. So I'm looking forward to those 2 milestones. But without further ado, I think I will go ahead and jump into the virtual walkthrough of Icy Strait Point, which is one of the cruise ports that I will be visiting on this cruise. And so basically I did a vlog on Icy Strait Point a couple of years ago. And so I'm going to be showing, we'll be showing that one, and I'll stop and give some commentary. We won't be watching the whole vlog in its entirety. I'll be stopping it, just pointing out the highlights. And, as we're going, if you got questions or comments, throw them in the comments or throw them in the chat, and I will answer those. And if you're watching the replay, throw those in the comments section, and I will do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. If you are watching the live stream, just know that you can type in hashtag CVA to drop your channel links. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. And all right, so when I stopped in Icy Strait Point, I was on the Ovation of the Seas, Royal Caribbean ship, and this was back in it was the last Alaska cruise of the season for Royal, so it was like at the end of September, beginning of October time frame. And as you can see from the video, it was a pretty overcast day, rained the whole time, pretty much rained the whole time I was in Alaska. So, but regardless, let's go ahead and we'll roll this forward. All right, so that's obviously the Ovation of the Seas, and that's what it looks like when you step off. Now, if you'll notice right here, there's another ship in the distance, and basically the way Icy Strait Point is set up, they have a couple of different piers. I don't know if they can get more than 2 ships, but they did have 2 ships, the day I was there. And so that's how that looks. And well, we got a little delay there, folks. No worries. But so you step off the ship there, and you head down the gangway. And let's see if we can fast forward it just a little bit here. All right, so that's getting in. As soon as you get off the little gangway there, there's a little adventure center where you go in and you can buy souvenirs. They have restrooms. You can buy tickets for the tram, get some information. And then, of course, outside where that totem pole is, that's called Adventure Landing. And they have a Duck Point Smokehouse restaurant. There's also the Duck Point Bar. Now, the day that we pulled in, neither one of those were open from what I remember. I could be wrong on that, but it was the last cruise of the season, and really originally we weren't supposed to pull into Icy Strait Point. It was kind of a substitute for, I believe, Skagway was where we were supposed to pull into. So, okay, and let's see if we can't. Hopefully it doesn't. All right, so back in action we go, and again, there's this Duck Point Smokehouse and restaurant and the Duck Point Bar. And then you can see right there in the distance, that's the transporter. Now, and then also there's like a little, you get your picnic tables, and there's a little fire pit thing in the middle there. But the transporter, you can ride that for free. And what the transporter does is it basically it takes you over to where the other cruise pier is. So, and now they do have trails. They do have hiking trails, and you can walk over to that pier if you want to. But like I said, they have this cool tram set up for you. And we'll go ahead and move it forward here. And the transporter is free because there's two of these trams, and the transporter is actually free. And yeah, so it's right there. You can see it's free. And the cool thing about it is those trams, they have a bunch of them and they're constantly running. So if you're by yourself, you can jump in one of those by yourself. and you don't have to share it with anybody if you don't want to. I mean, obviously you can share it, but it's pretty cool. Like I said, for free, you can, get some good footage of the forest, as you can see. And also, if you notice down below, they have hiking trails and things of that nature. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. And again, it's not a bad deal for considering it's free. All right, let's see if we can't move this forward a little bit. All right, so this is where you end up at. It drops you off basically across from where the other cruise ship pier is. And you will see they have some little buildings set up there, more hiking trails that you can go off on. Now, I guess when the season is going, they've got different things. You can buy souvenirs. I think they had some food that they would be selling normally, but you also can purchase a ticket to ride there's another tram that goes from there up to the top of the mountain, and I believe it's $50 for that. But we'll go ahead and keep it moving here, and you can see the other cruise ship that's moored up. That was an NCL ship. I can't remember which one it was, but you see, you have these these pretty cool walking trails, and again, all of this is free. You can walk on the nature trails absolutely free. You can ride the transporter tram for free. So plenty of cool opportunities to get out into the wildlife, get out into the forested areas. Now, one thing to keep in mind, there are bears on this little island. I don't know if it isn't. I'm not sure if it is an island or not. I think it's not. I kind of keep calling it an island, but I don't think it is. I think it's all part of one landmass. But there are bears that roam around in this area. And what's funny is when I was out there all day, pretty much shooting, with my GoPro, almost by myself. I mean, there was like one or two other couples out there walking around. And when I got back to the ship and I went out on my balcony and I was looking back towards the port, you could see the park people were chasing the bears off. They were actually riding quads and chasing them off. So, that was kind of interesting, but just something to be aware of, that there is wildlife out there to watch out for. And so we'll go ahead and fast forward some more, because most of this is just me walking through the forest. We'll get back up to okay, so here we go. Let's see if we can get it. All right, so this is back to where the tram dropped me off. And as you can see, there is a second tram over there. And that's called the Sky Glider. Now that one actually costs $50, but you can see it's still the same setup. You pay your $50. They give you like I don't know if it's a bracelet or something, but you can catch one of the trams by yourself, because I was basically riding in there by myself. And again, it's pretty cool. You get a lot of cool views. You're kind of cut up in the treetops, and these trees are awesome. I mean, we don't have trees like that around here. We got mostly pine trees. So to see those, I'm not even sure I think there's some kind of Douglas fir or something. I could be wrong. If you're watching this and throw that in the comments, let me know. But and as you can see down below, there's all kinds of hiking trails and stuff. So you don't have to take. You can get to the top without taking the Sky Glider. You can actually walk up there. I did see some people doing that, even though it was quite rainy. And that's what I will say. If you are going to Alaska, you need to make sure that you pack umbrella, some rain poncho, rain gear, whatever. That is definitely. I forgot when I went on this cruise. I forgot to bring my umbrella. And so it was quite challenging. I got rained on quite a bit. And, it's kind of challenging if you're out there trying to do some vlogging and you're constantly having to wipe your camera lens or dealing with it fogging up or things like that. But yeah, Icy Strait Point, very scenic place, lots of nature. If you're into nature, if you're into outdoors, it's not bad. Now, some people did complain because it seemed like they were limited on some of the excursions that they offered. But they do offer, I believe, some whale watching excursions, some kayaking, things like that. But all in all, pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and fast forward it a little bit more. All right. So this basically is where you end up at. It's the Huna Mountain is the name of the mountain, and they do have things you can do. There is a zip line that you can pay to do up here. Again, I think they had some souvenir places, some food places. A lot of that was closed when we were there because, like I say, it wasn't a scheduled stop for us, and it was the last of the season, so they were already shutting things down. But pretty neat deal. Again, it was $50, and something to note, something to keep aware of. The tram, the compartments that you ride in, they have those wooden bench seats that are in there. But if you're in a wheelchair or if you have a walker or something, those benches flip up, so you can get more room. You can actually get a wheelchair in there. So so it is kind of mobility issue friendly. And as you see the warning sign there for the bears, and then I did see some bears roaming around. Thankfully, I was safely away from them when I saw it. But yeah, that's pretty much the area at the top there. And as I said, I guess when the season's really going, they sell food, they sell souvenirs. But it's interesting to watch the people do the zip line from there because it's kind of like a Superman style zip line. So you're kind of like face first going down the mountain, and they have these attachments. So when people are doing the zip line flying down the mountain, it almost sounds like fireworks shooting down the mountain. You hear like a high pitched whistle going on. So, but yeah, as you can see, that day wasn't a lot for me to do. Yeah, right there you can see these benches, they fold up. So in case anybody's wondering about that. And away you go. So yeah, I am going to be hitting up Icy Strait Point again on this cruise. So it'll be interesting to see it a couple years later and see if anything's changed, see if they've added anything. They might have something new. I don't know. Or hopefully the weather might be maybe not like warmer, but at least not raining. That would be nice. We'll see how that plays out. But yeah, that's just one of the ports that you can expect to hit when you go on an Alaska cruise. In case you're wondering, if you've never been on one and you're kind of wondering about the experience, well, this is kind of a sneak peek into that, if you will. And so the rest of this is just me heading back down down towards the ship. And so yeah, let me know in the comments if you have any questions about that. I'll be more than happy to answer. And I think that will just about do it for our little virtual walkthrough. So we'll go ahead and end that. And shoot. All right. So just hope you guys enjoyed the little sneak peek there. Trying to trying to do more things like that to be more useful, give out more useful info. But yeah, like I said, be going on the Carnival Miracle this Sunday, and that's just one of the ports that we're going to be hitting. I do have a couple of excursions. I booked the whale watching excursion out of Juneau, and it's a smaller group. So I did a whale watching excursion once before, but it was out of Victoria, but it was a very large group. So that's one of the things that you need to keep in mind is that when you're booking some of these things, especially these whale watching excursions. I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but just keep in mind if the larger the group, that means there's going to be more people on the whale watching ship, and basically what happened on the one that I was on, the ship was pretty well accommodating. There was room for everybody, but they could only get so close to where the whales were. And it seemed like on that particular excursion, all the whale sightings kept happening on one particular side of the boat. And if you weren't on that side already, it was very difficult because the captain would be calling it out on the intercom, like, hey, we got whales on this side, blah, 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 blah. And if you weren't already positioned in that area, it was very difficult to get over there because people are already there. So if you, I made the mistake of being on the other side. I was on the side that was facing the ocean because I felt like that would be the spot to see whales. But apparently it was on the other side that was facing the shore. And so I just really didn't get to catch a glimpse of I did, but it was very, very far off, and I couldn't even really get a picture or anything of it. He did kind of compensate for that a little bit. He swung by. There was this little group of islands that was out there. So he swung by, and, there was all kinds of sea lions, seals, other wildlife out there. And so it was kind of cool. We kind of swung by. He went real slow so everybody could get a picture, of all that stuff. So I enjoyed that part of it. But, but that's the thing you got to keep in mind is when you're booking these whale watching excursions is be mindful of the size of the group. Hey, we got somebody in the chat here. Oh, we got Scott from Controversial Cruising stopping in, watching at work. Well, hey, man, I appreciate you popping in. I hope you're having a good day at work. And I had this scheduled for yesterday, so I guess I didn't update the title. It says Travel Talk Tuesday, but apparently it's not. But good catch on that. But I hope you're having a good day at work. I was just talking about Alaska because that's what's on the schedule for this Sunday. I'm flying out to LA, sailing on the Carnival Miracle out of Long Beach, and I was just giving some tips and some advice on some of these excursions. But yeah, back to what I was saying, the whale watching, be mindful of the size of the group because the bigger the group, it's going to be harder for you to get an eyeball on the whales, get some, everybody, because, if you're going out on these excursions, let's face it, a lot of people are going to want to take some pictures and, have that memory. I don't know, from my experience, when I did it on the last time, it was just too big of a group. It was too big of a crowd. You couldn't really, like I said, unless you were already on that side. So yeah, I'm doing a much smaller group this time. We'll see if it's any better. But this particular one, they're actually offering a guarantee on the whale sightings. And supposedly, if there's no whale sightings that day, you're supposed to get refunded. I think $100 out of your money. Because it cost me like $200 for the excursion. But hey, looks like we got Cruise and Koozies in the house. Welcome in, welcome in. In my opinion, for my money, I would never cruise to Alaska again. It literally would have been, it literally would have to be free airfare and a free cruise, and on top of that, the drink package. Not for me. Well, I can kind of sympathize with that. I mean, you know, you do, you know, these are a little bit more pricier cruises. The excursions are definitely more pricey. Now, this for me, this is a casino offer, so I did get the free cruise. They did give me a balcony, and I did get the drink package, so I did get all that covered. I did have to come out of pocket on the plane ticket, but I don't know. It's a 14-day cruise, free balcony, free drink package. I felt a little bit better about buying the plane ticket, so we'll see. Like I said, I'm hoping that this is a little bit better experience than the other Alaska cruise I did a couple years ago. Not that it was bad. It wasn't. I wouldn't say it was a bad cruise. It's just we only got 2 Alaska port visits, one of which was Juneau. The other one was supposed to be Skagway, but because of the weather, we got diverted over to Icy Strait Point, which that's also something you need to keep in mind when you're, you know, booking one of these cruises. Things do happen. Weather is a factor, and just like any other cruise, that's no different. But yeah, so you know, and so I didn't really get to see as much of the nature and wildlife that I really wanted to. So with this cruise, it's a Carnival Journeys cruise, 14 days. Hopefully, I'll get to see a lot more, but we'll see. I'll definitely fill you guys in on how that goes. But yeah, that's the other excursion that I got booked, other than the whale watching, is the White Pass Railway. Doing that in Skagway. You know, I do like, you know, old trains and things like that. So I think it'll be cool. I've heard mixed reviews on it. Some people didn't like it. Some people did. But I got to figure that one didn't cost me that much to book it. And I think at the very least, you'll see some cool wildlife. You'll see some cool nature. So we'll check it out. Plus, it's kind of, you know, it's one of those things that Alaska cruises are noted for, the White Pass Railway. So I've seen about 1 million vlogs on it. So I guess I might as well try it out. But yeah, so like I said, leaving this Sunday, and then we'll be back May 5th. So yeah, we'll definitely I'm gonna try to get some vlogs out this time during the cruise. It'll be the first time I've done that, so we'll see how that goes. I finally got a decent enough laptop that I can do some on the go editing. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna get the internet package for the whole cruise, because I think for 14 days that's probably pretty pricey. But I'll probably get a day pass, maybe a couple times. But we'll see. 14 days though, I'm thinking I'll definitely have to send some laundry out at some point. You know, so which is, you know, kind of wishing I had that platinum status right about now for this one. But guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for today's live stream. Like I said, I just want to do a little quick pop in, give a channel update, talk about the upcoming Alaska cruise. You know, we did the little, for those of you that are joining on the live stream earlier in the video, I did a little virtual walk around of Icy Strait Point. You know, I played one of my vlogs from a couple years ago. So, you know, if you want to check that out on the replay, but appreciate all you guys that stopped in. I hope you're having a great day. Hope your week's going well for you. And for those of you that catching it on the replay, I appreciate you also. Like I said earlier, if you got any questions, feel free to throw them in the comments section. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But I think that's going to wrap it up, guys. Take care, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.